Welcome back to the Iron Game Tailgate Show at the 2025 Rogue Invitational here in Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm your host, Zack Telander, and I am with the Strongwoman champion, Inez. How are you doing?
I am so tired, but hello.
Yeah, well, it's my understanding you're tired from the events that you had, but you also were hanging out late night with Thor's dad, drinking.
He's a party animal. Like, he is pouring up vodka shots, and we were just taking them because you can't say no to Thor's dad.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I had Thor on here, right where you're sitting. I was like, would you like some whiskey? He's like, no, I wouldn't, but that guy over there, his dad comes in and poured him a little bit of whiskey. Oh, man, what a weekend it was, and what a weekend for you. Now, this is the first strong woman competition that I've ever seen, but I saw your performance and I was blown away. One, because I think you were in a little bit of a deficit to start. And then it was just come back, and then once you overtook, you never looked back. How was that for you, like after the deadlift and then moving on from there?
Yeah, so coming in, we always know that deadlift is kind of going to be like a deficit for me. I know I'm not the best deadlifter, so I know I'm going to be starting kind of in a hole. My coach always says, like, you know, you get fourth place, you're starting in the driver's seat. You get seventh, you're going to be in the trunk. So you got to dig out of the trunk, you know. And Strongman it's a game of points. It's not, are you the best at everything? It's, you know, are you consistent? You know, you're kind of like playing strategy a little bit. You're kind of, you know, what are you good at? What are you, you know, not so good at? And it's okay in Strongman because you can have your strengths and weaknesses, but it's just a game of points. And at the end of the day, points win. So
it's super interesting you say that. Mitchell just got done saying the exact same thing, and it's both the winners. It's both the winners that are saying that. One thing that I definitely want to ask you. So you say, well, you know, we know that the deadlift is a potential weakness. It's funny because when Thor was sitting right where you're sitting right there, he was told by so many people, the static movements are my weakness. The deadlift is my weakness. The pressing is my weakness. And now it's the greatest strength in the world. Do you feel like you're going to make the deadlift your personality here going forward and then maybe potentially become the best in the world like Thor at it? Or
probably not. No, I'm
really
realistic. No? Yeah, no. I'm 6'1", I'm all legs, and I'm a 5'6" wingspan, so my lockout is like at my belly button.
Oh, wow.
I just got to pick it up way more than most people do, so I'm an overhead specialist, and I love to overhead press. So my goal, you know, in the next year is to get all 3 of the overhead world records. I currently have the log press world record.
Okay.
So I'm looking for the circus dumbbell and the axle next.
If only there was a Viking press world record, you would have.
I would have got that this weekend, yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible. So it's my understanding that Strongwoman is relatively new sport, right?
I've been doing it for about 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And before that, were there others, you know, how long has it been around?
It's been around quite a bit. You know, Kristen Rhodes has been around very long, Andrea Thompson, Donna Moore.
And so these are people that you've looked up to before. Okay, so that's what I'm interested in. That's what I was actually getting at.
Yeah.
Who were these people and what were they doing, and how have you kind of like been inspired by them and taken the game now to where it is at currently?
My start was kind of funny because I started in powerlifting and I didn't know anything about Strongman until my last powerlifting prep. I was going to like Strongman Sunday classes at my gym just because I wanted to be around people and like make some friends and stuff. And it was like a big group of people that came in together and they all lifted together. And I thought that was really cool. So I was just like, I'll join a few days and see if I like it. And I eventually fell in love with it. And I was just like, oh my God, I need more information about this so I can like potentially switch over.
Yeah.
And then I did my last powerlifting show and I was like, I'm bored, I quit. And then I did my first Strongman show 2 weeks after that, not knowing how any of it worked. I kind of just like winged it, you know? And I started getting into the Strongman more and I was like, I need to meet these girls. I started watching like OSG, Official Strongman Games on YouTube. Saw like, you know, the 2018 OSG games. I saw like 2019 and I got to like understand like, oh, these girls are like really strong. Like, I was like, I need to get to that level. And, you know, watching Andrea, and I think Andrea won 2018 and that was the year that I watched first. And it was just like mind-blowing the things that they were doing. And it was like, that's the world stage I want to get on.
Right.
How do I get on that? You know? So I did my first, they used to call them Platinum Plus competitions for Strongman Corp. And those wins get you an invite to the Arnold Amateur. I won that show. It was a month after my first comp. And then I did OSG because I got an invite to OSG. And so I was like, oh my God, I just discovered these girls and now I'm competing next to them literally the year after. And it just blown up from there.
So super, super interesting that you talk about the, maybe some slightly more old school, but I mean, you're part of the group of women who are changing the sport. So Jerry was kind of explaining that like the men aren't really pushing numbers. They're just kind of doing what the established has done and maybe slightly better. Obviously, Thor being able to do newer world records is a big deal in the deadlift. But as far as like strongman numbers go, it's just kind of staying the same. But he said in the women's group, you guys are pushing numbers year over year over year. Does it feel like fun to be a part of that, to be a part of the pioneers being like, well, we don't know what's possible. We're just going to keep going and keep growing.
Because I feel like they set a bar and we're like, no, we're going to push that bar now. And we're going to prove, to everybody that like that bar was set way too low for us because Lucy's pulling over 700 pounds now. And, back when I was powerlifting, 500 was like the big number. And then I met her and I was like, oh my God, you're pulling 7? I was like, I just hit 6. Like that's crazy. And that's like something I want to strive to one day. Maybe, but like for log press, you know what I mean? Like the world record, I don't even remember what it was. Maybe it was like 265 and I got it now. I'm 322.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just continuing to get pushed and we're challenging each other.
That's your world record?
It is my world record.
So you briefly spoke about this, going from not really knowing much about strongman to now today. How long has that span been?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Mitchell kind of had the same thing. He was an alternate for World's Strongest Man. He got pulled in, did it, and then he just started winning. And it was like, I feel like strongman's kind of weird in that way. Like you can't accidentally become a basketball player, in the NBA, but you can kind of like fall into, if you're a very strong person, they're going to select you and see if you've got what it takes, right? Do you feel like that's part of the process? Like it's pretty quickly to now being the best in the world from finding out, about these women before you.
Yeah, I think honestly, because the sport on the women's side is a little bit smaller, there's a little more like, are you able to stand out a little bit so that you're noticed to get picked for like OSG or like Arnold or whatever? And I think on the women's side, it's a little bit easier to do that now because there's fewer of us. So there's a lot of girls coming up that you're like, oh crap, like she's on my back. Like I got to like watch out for her because I know she's coming up. And I think, on the women's side, it's starting to like really pick up though.
Yeah, if you're strong, you're strong. Like we don't care if you're established or not. If you can do these things, like we want you involved. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not about like who has the most social media following or whatnot. It's like, no, can you put up the numbers and can you keep up with, the event? That's what's important. And I think that's the push we're starting to make, in the sport.
Amazing. We have some stuff here for you. We've got dessert, which we'll do first. We also have whiskey. You want to dive into the dessert? You deserve it. This is the champion. What is it called again, Charles? Kranikin. It's we got berries on the bottom, whipped cream, and then oats on the top. Mitchell didn't like it.
No.
Say that.
I thought it was frozen. It looked frozen.
I think it's good.
You could taste the whiskey.
Yeah. There's whiskey in the whipped cream. What is with Scotland, man? You guys are just trying to get me drunk. Oh my gosh!
It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was like, Mitchell was like, I do not like this, and then he just kept eating it. He's like, I'm still a strong man, bro. I just still gotta eat.
I'm gonna finish it, but.
Okay. All right. Now we have Barry Bros and Rudd, 11 years, single malt Scotch whiskey. Jesus.
It can have like so many labels on it, and I'm like, it all tastes the same.
it all tastes
bad.
I also was like, I've been saying, oh, that's pretty good. It's like for Scotch.
Yeah.
It's good. Here, like, hand me your glass. I'll do it for you. There you go. I'm just
See, I'm Puerto Rican. We drink rum, and that's perfect.
Just a little sip. Mitchell, I'm not kidding you. He poured it up to there. He poured
Oh
it
my God.
halfway.
I would do the same thing because I don't know how to eyeball shots.
There we go. Cheers to Inez, Strongwoman champion.
Thank you very much.
Winning in style. Pressing with the best. Oh my God, I'm going to sip. I'm not going to take this thing down.
Oh, that burns.
All right.
Oh my God.
Are you all right?
Yeah. That was.
Mitchell started sweating big time.
Yep. Feel it right here. My chest is like bruised from Axel.
Yeah, now you're going to have heartburn as well.
And I have heart. Yeah, it's great.
Well, Inez, thank you so much for coming on. You are the champion. It's your day today. It was your night last night with Thor's dad.
And AJ loves shots. She's like, hey, I got second. I got prize money. Tequila. She's like, gold, silver. What are we doing? And I'm like, I can't keep up with you. Like, you are a psycho. And I always say I only drink if I win shows. And I'm like, damn, the last 3 shows I've had a drink.
Yeah, you're going to keep drinking more and more. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You crushed it this weekend. Stay tuned. We've got more for you guys. The CrossFit event is still going strong here at the Rogue Invitational. See you guys later.